Guten Tag, mes amis. C'est moi, Dieter. Ich bin Dieter. Yeah, so Dieter's going to thank his buddy Gary from Missouri. Gary from Missouri for naming his guitar for him. Simone. We're going with Simone, and I'll tell you why we're going with Simone. Because that's a nice French name, and Godin's a French-Canadian company. And Robert Godin actually stepped down. I think he's retired now. And he gave the Godin Guitar Company to his son, Simon. So Simon Godin is now the CEO and president of the Godin Guitar Company up here in Canada. Berthet-sur-Mer, outside of Montreal. And so, yes, Dieter took Simone to the jam last night and had a blast. He gave it to Debbie. Debbie, it's Debbie's house. This woman named Debbie. She has these open jams on every Tuesday and Friday, and they go from about 7 to 11. She's got a nice house with a lot of nice gear there. And last night there was Debbie, and Debbie's really good. She's got a really great voice, and she knows a lot of songs. She's a good guitar player, a good harmonica player too. So she liked this. She said the neck was a little big for her. It's a substantial neck on this thing. And then there were her husband. Her husband is not feeling well, so he was in the back. But her husband's two sisters showed up, and they're good vocalists. So we had, and one plays guitar too. So we had 3 girls singing, 2 playing guitar and 1 harmonica and guitar, and me, and another guy named Doug, who sang and played guitar, rhythm guitar, and my friend Matt, who plays guitar, and then we had a keyboardist too. No drummer last night, but we had a keyboardist. So that was a lot of fun, and I'm going to tell you, it's really nice to be able to. They liked having me there. They invited me back, and because I do different stuff than they do. We did some Steely Dan. I did some Eagles stuff, and they do different stuff than I do. So it's always good. It's a stretch, but it's nice to be able to go out and sing regularly and play. And it wasn't, it's just you play along, and no one stops to show you stuff. They might just say, okay, this is the key of A, this is the key of E, whatever. And it's up to you to follow along. And that can be a bit challenging, but can also be a lot of fun. So I had a lot of fun, and I'm just going to show you guys what Dieter. See, when I buy a guitar to use, even if I don't get around for a year, like my Exit 22. And I loved everything about this guitar and was in perfect shape, but it looked like it had a few cymbal nicks. I don't know if the guy who had it played in a band, but had a couple of cymbal nicks, and they were just really in the finish. So you see, they weren't deep enough to use a scraper, so I used some rough sandpaper and then some sandpaper. And you see, I've got this little, it looks like a wear mark on it. But the neck is smooth, so that's what bugs me. The only thing that really bugs me on a guitar, I like a smooth neck. I like to run my thumb, and I like it to be smooth. So if I buy a guitar and there's a ding in the neck, I'll take it out. I just take it out, I scrape it down. That's what I usually do, because usually a ding in the neck, it's from a cymbal or something like that, or that's usually the only thing that'll put a ding in the neck, because necks are usually made of mahogany or maple, which are pretty tough woods. So that's my advice to you, and I don't care. Like, this is what I say about cosmetic shit. Cosmetically, it would look better if I left it alone, but I wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much, because I would feel it had 3 little nicks here. Now, it's smooth as a baby's butt, as a newborn baby's butt. There are no nicks, so I enjoy it. So I don't give a shit that, well, someone goes, oh, wow, what's that? You know, I can put some stamp. I don't care. It looks just like a wear and tear mark, but it's absolutely smooth. And I don't know why more people don't do it. If I've, you know, some of my other videos, I see people complain, oh, I like everything about this guitar, but the neck bugs me. Well, I've said before in some of my other older videos, take a cabinet scraper and scrape it down. I've probably taken cabinet scrapers. I've got 31 guitars now, which may seem a little excessive, but there's always one more. You know that, right? But I would say 7 or 8 of them. I had a minor thing with the necks, and I just scraped them down to make them comfortable for me. I flattened a few out, and you know, they're my guitars. I don't give a shit if it affects the resale value, because I'm not reselling them. So some of y'all, if you're a collector, that's one thing, but if you're a player and you got a good guitar, like I always say, there's lots of things you can do. You don't have to get rid of it. If you like 90% of what's on your guitar, or what is your guitar, that 10% is probably something you can fix, and probably something you can fix quite cheaply. So that's my advice. So Simone and Randall, Dieter Randall Pick, had a really good time. Thank you, Debbie. And I'll probably be going regularly up there on Tuesdays and Fridays, and it's good for me, because my singing's improving and my playing's improving, and I'm having fun. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. And to please all you haters out there, I'm going to lip sync like Don Henley. And if you couldn't read my lips, I'm saying, go fuck yourselves. Have a good day. Wiedersehen.